Okay, so I got this book in the mail the other day. And when I received it, I was beyond words to describe it. And I'm still beyond words to describe it. The book in question was only $13. And it had crayon marks all over the cover, which I knew about, and I expected that. But the way it was packaged and sandwiched inside between the two pieces of cardboard when I separated it, it's just beyond belief. I have never experienced anything like this before in my life. Honestly. That is to say, in all the years that I've been buying things on the internet, eBay or wherever, through the mail, even before there was an internet, I never had anything like this. And it's not, a big deal. The book only cost me $13, and to be fair, the guy refunded me the money and let me keep the book. And his excuse was that he's doing somebody a favor, and the individual that he's doing the favor for already packed all the books. Well, if he packed all the books, I'm thinking to myself, who took the pictures? You couldn't have taken the pictures after they were packaged, right? So you must have taken the pictures before they were packaged. And the whole thing is kind of smells fishy. Anyway. So it came in this envelope, right? Packaged between these two pieces of cardboard, three pieces of cardboard actually, and it's still attached to the cardboard because I can't not get it off of there. It gives you an idea what the hell I'm talking about. But I was beyond belief, and I contacted the guy, and I was mad. Well, just let me show you what it is that I'm talking about. Alright, so this is it. This is the book, Red Mask. It's an Atom Age book. The only thing I can figure out now, the bag that the comic book is in was not big enough to fit this comic book. So what the guy did was cut the edge off the bag, slide the comic book in there, and of course it didn't fit all the way because the bag is too small, so it extends out, about over a quarter of an inch, maybe, and about a quarter of an inch, depending on, where you look at it, how he cut it. Then whoever did that taped it. They taped the comic book to the cardboard. Literally taped the comic book to the cardboard. And they destroyed the corner. The bottom of the corner was beautiful. It was perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. Look at the bottom of that corner now. It was torn off. And then he put it back together and then just taped over it and onto the cardboard. See this? Take a look at that. It's taped right onto the comic book. Over here, taped onto the comic book. And there's a whole chunk that was ripped out of the corner when he was putting the tape on or doing whatever he was doing. I don't know. There's the crayon marks, but I thought for $13, this is a, really nice book. And there's ways of getting the crayon marks off, not that I would try to do it, but so now I don't know how, I'm going to get it off. He let me keep the book, and he refunded me the money, so that's good. But I've never seen anything like this. I've never had anybody send me a book where they taped the actual comic to the board. Was this guy insane? This person who did this, was that person insane? Anyway, I am going to make an attempt to remove that tape somehow without destroying the comic book any more than it already is. And I'll let you know how that pans out. Well, greetings everybody, and here is that book that I, just showed you in this past clip. I was able to get the crayon marks off. I was able to, well, I did as best a job as I could. It's not professional, but I was able to get the tape off the comic without damaging it further by using Goo Gone. I put that on the tape, let it get soft, and then I was able to pull it off and then wash it a little bit with some more Goo Gone. I got the stickiness from the tape off by putting some Goo Gone on this, and then I just kind of rubbed the sticky stuff off, and it evaporates fast, so it doesn't leave any marks. So it was what I liked about using it. But anyway, this is I left the name on there. I could erase that too, but for now it's going to stay on. And here's that piece. Let me take it out of the bag here. The cover, by the way, is by a guy called Frank Boyle. It still smells a little bit of the Goo Gone, but not much. This is where that piece was out that I showed you, and I put it back together by adding just a little bit of mending tissue tape on the inside of it. You probably can't even see it unless there it is. From a distance like this you couldn't even tell though. And then I had an overhang at the top up here where the cover is bent inward, and what I do to get rid of that, just let it happen naturally. Instead, I don't have a press, heat press or anything like that, and I didn't want to iron it. So what I do is I put in the cardstock that I get from what do you call it, the BCW, and what they call this cardstock is life extenders. It's kind of like their version of microchamber paper. It absorbs odors and things like that, but I don't use it for that. I use it because it's it's cardstock, and you can ruin your book if you put one in the back and one in the front. Put one in the middle, then it can shift, and it can actually cut into the paper, especially if the paper is brittle. So I don't use it for odor absorbing principles. I use it to get rid of these overhangs. And then once it gets in, I put it behind the overhang, in between the cover and the splash page, and then I put it into a bag, and eventually that overhang disappears. Just like that. So I was really mad about this because I couldn't believe that the guy taped the book to the cardboard that he sandwiched the comic in. What the heck? I had never seen anything like that before in my life. And then he cut the bag. Of course, you've seen that in the last clip. I don't have to rehash any of that. You know, I just unbelievable. But anyway, so there it is. There's the book, and he let me keep the book and gave me my money back, and I was able to fix it a little bit, you know. So I'm happy I got it. Red Mask. Oh, what is? I didn't even tell you the issue number of this. Red Mask number 45, and it's from 1954. Now, sometimes this focusing is really gets to me. Just gets to me, man. And it's still not focusing right. There it is. Red Mask, yeah, well, anyway, yeah, you can see here, there's a mark right there from the crayon. I couldn't get it off without taking it, the color off, so I didn't do it. And I was taking some of the color off anyway, in the white, you know, I mean, not the white, the black around the white, so I had to quit. But overall, it's pretty nice. I got most of the crayons off of there using the Goo Gone. What I did with the Goo Gone, I put some of it on the Q-tip, the cotton part of the, you know, the Q-tip here, and then I just kept moving it along the crayon marks until it was coming off, and then I switched to the other side and kept doing it. And then I was very careful not to try to get the color off, but that's the thing. You got to be very, very careful. If you do what I did, you know, experiment with a cheap book first that you don't really care too much about, and then develop your own technique in getting it off, you know. And then I also used cotton to rub some of the crayon off after I used the cotton swabs, the ear swabs. I used that first, and then I used cotton swabs to get it a little bit cleaner, you know. And you can even use at the end of it all, I did take a little bit more off using an eraser, a fresh eraser from a pencil, not from a brand new pencil, used lightly, you know. And then I just tried different techniques, and I got most of it off. Anyway, let's see what we got here today. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Boy, oh boy. Some drama, eh? Always a little bit of drama. I'm going to pour myself a nice cup of tea. This is from 73 or 74. 73, 74, maybe a little bit earlier. It still was made by the Thermos Company when they were in America, and they were still producing these. I think the Thermos Company's gone now, or if it's the name is still around, it's China. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, you know what? If you guys are ever interested in completing a small Silver Age run, it's kind of inexpensive. I would suggest the Shadow from Archie Comics. You can find most of them. I guess it has, you know, quite a bit of creasing going on in the spine, commonly referred to as spine ticks. But these are relatively inexpensive. I think for this one I paid about $30, and most of the other ones in the series, I think there were 8 altogether. They're mostly under $25, $10, $15, depending on the condition. This was number 1. And the interesting thing about this is, in the first issue of The Shadow, he's kind of a pulp character, as you see here. Just like in the pulps from the 1930s. That's what you see is what you get in that issue. But by the second issue, he turned into a superhero, complete with a costume. And he even had these hypnotic powers, intense hypnotic powers to subdue his enemies. Hey, this is 1964, at the height of the Beatle invasion, the Beatle music invasion. Or you could say the British music invasion that was led by the Beatles. This cover is by Paul Ryman. It has a kind of Kirby-esque feel to it. Don't you think so? To me, it has kind of a Kirby-esque feel. And I'll show you the other ones, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Ryman did, I talked about this before. Where is that book? He drew Battlefield number 2, in which there were several atrocity stories. I think 2 or 3 two-pagers of atrocity stories, and there was a 1-page atrocity stories, and of course one of them was about the Holocaust. And let me see if I can't find it. He did that, and that's what he's... Oh, here. Okay, that's what he's mostly known for today, I think, is this issue right here, Battlefield number 2. Take it out of here. It's covered by Russ Heath. This is an Atlas comic. It's a beautiful cover by Russ Heath. He was just great. Russ Heath did all those ads in the comic books for the Civil War, not the Civil War soldiers, the Roman War soldiers, and then the Revolutionary War soldiers. He did those beautiful painted ads for the Cosman Company. This book goes for a lot of dough. Let me show you. Here's the 1-pager I was talking. I think this is the only 1-pager. And there's a 2-pager. Oops. You know, the guy that wrote it, I don't remember his first name, but I think his last name was Chapman. He wrote those stories, and then Ryman drew them. And the book today goes for quite a bit of money in a nice grade. $500-600, man, or more. Oh shit! No, excuse the language. I think. Oh no, it has a little. I didn't notice that before. It's got a little tear on the spine. I didn't even know that was there. See it there? I thought I did that, but I didn't. That looks like it's been there. I better be careful putting it back in then. A little bit more careful putting it back in, I should say. This is one of the reasons why older books that might have a little bit more sensitive pages, I use an oversized bag and board. That allows it to breathe, and it's got more room to go in and out, to slide in and out. Russ Heath. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. Oh, I gotta rebag and board this one too. This is number 1. As long as I'm here with Battlefield, there's the first issue. $57. Did I pay that? No, I didn't pay that. I've paid $52. From Gary Dolgoff. He's still around, and he had all the ads, from back in the day, the 60s and 70s in the comic books. You could always see Gary Dolgoff. I gotta check something on here real quick. Oh, what was that? It's me tea. It's so hot. Okay, I found it. The Bat and the Brain. It was reprinted in Shock magazine from 1971, volume 2, number 6. Here's the splash page. The Bat and the Brain was reprinted in a black and white magazine by Stanley Morse, but it was originally published in Skeleton Hand 1952, Skeleton Hand number 2 from 1952 by ACG. And look at this artwork by Gus Rica. That's just gorgeous artwork. And here is my copy of the Skeleton Hand number 2. Of course, it's encased, it's entombed. Let me see if I can't get it out of this bag. Yeah, I'll get it out of the bag. Get a better look at it, I hope. Damn glare. I hate it. $19.52. ACG, American Comics Group. Started by Benjamin Sanger around 1943 with money he borrowed from Harry Donenfeld. They knew each other pretty well. They played cards together, mostly gin rummy, also poker. So anyway, that is that. Oh, this cover is by Ken Bald, by the way. Ken Bald. I'm bald too. That's why I wear a hat. Okay, wait. We're gonna put this now. Where am I gonna put it? Some days you just can't get rid of a CGC comic book. you right there for right now. Pull you out a little bit. Oh, and here is a Witch's Tales number 5. This is a... I might have shown the raw copy. This is a graded copy by CBCS. I think this has some restoration, it says. 7.0. And the restoration includes a small amount of color touch on the cover. But I also have a raw copy of this. I wonder... I can't remember where I bought this. Must have been at a convention. I didn't get it graded, I know that. Yeah, I had to buy this at a convention. I'm sure of it now. There's no date on here. I could look it up though. Find out. Probably would have had to have been a Fan Expo, formerly Chicago Con, Wizard World Chicago Con. That's probably where I got this. Yeah, amateur restoration includes a very small amount of color touch on the cover. Let's just look at that. I apologize for the glare. Share my coffin. Curse of the Caterpillar. The spell of the black gloves. Weird yarns of unseen terrors. Those were the good old days. Well, 50 years from now, if comic books are still around, they might say, these were the good old days. Archie Comics, Witch's Tales, number 5, 1951. Wow. 1951. Let me put this back. This, oh, well, I wish I had the cover to this, but I mean, this is a LB Cole cover, but it's a reproduction cover. The comic is here. It's number 1 from 1945. Anyway, here it is. It's complete. Just no cover, and the indicia would be on the inside, which I don't have the inside front cover. That's where the indicia was, but I do have the front cover and I do have the back. These things go for a hell of a lot of money, and I'm glad I have it, you know, even with a reproduction cover, but I just couldn't believe some of the prices on this stuff, man. And it's mainly crime, you know. And there's a crazy story in here. Bonnie, called Exploding Spaghetti. It's just crazy. It's hilarious. The case of the exploding spaghetti. I don't know who's doing all the interior art here. Murder on Park Avenue. What else do we got here? I think there's like I said, it's mainly crime, and well, here's something about a magic act. I gotta reread this. I read this a long time ago when I first got it, but it's time for me to reread that thing. So this is the kind of paper I use. It's interleaving paper. You can get it on Amazon, and I use that to take care of any odors. I don't buy the expensive microchamber paper. I don't think it's necessary at all. But this is carbon buffered, so it takes care of odors. If you have odors in there, musty odors or some such thing, it will take it out. And it's so much more less expensive. I forgot what I paid for it, but like this. I'm confusing myself again. Like that. There we go. That one I already showed a couple of times. Oh, I don't know if I showed this once in a video not too long ago, and it was all beat to hell. The cover was off, everything. So I took it out. I took the staples out, and then I had a rolled spine. And I took the rolled spine out with a clothes iron. And then I flattened all the pages with the clothes iron, and then I folded it back together without the rolled spine and added the staples back in, and it looks a lot better. Indeed, it looks much better. Oh, this down here, there's a piece missing. You see where it's lighter? Right over here? Right there? That's because I added that piece. I didn't tape it in there. I just kind of slid it in. So it looks a little bit more presentable, I guess. I don't know. It's for my own satisfaction. Don't want to sell that. I do believe I showed this on 4-color fossils. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to be on there with Micah in a couple of weeks. This cover is by High Fleischman. And this is number 22 from 1954, Mysterious Adventures. Now, I'm going to show you some, what do I know? Man. Well, I got a lot of stuff, but well, I might as well just go through some of them. I got some EC comic books, some of which I've shown before, some of which I haven't. And the ones I did show before was quite some time ago. Here's the Vault of Horror, number 25. And it's probably in VG condition. What did I write here? It's number 29, 1953. I know its cover is what Johnny Craig is on the cover. He signed it. And it's an adaptation of a Ray Bradbury story. Interior, you have writers. I don't like this being taped. I must have did this a long time ago. I don't like taping the Mylar at all. Interiors, writers are Johnny Krieg, William Gaines, and Al Feldstein. Speaking of Al Feldstein. Oh, you can't see it here. Never mind. Number 29. What's this? Oh, this is the, it's all falling out. This is what I was using, micro chamber paper. Oh, yeah. It absorbed a lot of odor, man. It's a good thing I pulled it out. I'm just gonna throw these out and put some, hey, what the hey? Some of this so-called interleaving paper instead. That micro chamber paper costs something like $30 for 50 or something like that, or maybe $30 or more for 100. I don't know exactly. Maybe it's $30 for 100. But I get this stuff which works just as good. I think something like $25 for 500. And yes, I know it's a lot thinner, but you don't need much. Nice. probably change the backer board, but yeah, I think I will. I'm going to change the backer board and put it in a different Mylar sleeve. So that's going to go where? Oh, that's going to have to go with the other stack of books that I got to rebag and board. Some days you just can't get rid of a slide square. Wait a minute, what? This ain't the... Oh, what did I do? Okay, these don't need to be rebagged and boarded. But so that's gonna go there. These need to get back rebagged and boarded. So that's gonna go right over here. So that means that's gonna go over here, and I'll do that once I'm done with this video. This I showed many times. This is the famous cover by Wally Wood that inspired the that he used for his inspiration of the Mars Attack cards from 1952. For those that haven't seen this yet, I'm gonna, and there probably are some people that haven't seen it yet. Oh crap, I want to take it out of the Mylar, and it's double Mylar. It's an expensive book. I have to be very careful. Hello. This is in pretty decent shape. What in the world is this? Oh, that's my original receipt. What I paid for it? When did I buy this? 2012. That's before when they weren't even charging taxes yet. There. From eBay. Damn it. Try buying that now for $104. It's got a spine split at the bottom, on the bottom of about 2 inches. And it's got a lot of pieces missing from the spine, almost like it probably got hit by an insect. See that? But it's stapled nicely. It's got nice gloss. Now what's that? What the heck is that? A piece of paper. I gotta check that out later. So, is this the center? Yeah. Let me show you the centerfold is nice and tight. Staples are nice. got this great article in here. The Green Man. Not article, a text story. Darn it. Let's see if I wrote anything down on this. No, I didn't. Oh, here's something else. Another little defect, but Wally Wood just did some great artwork back. Oh, man. Wally Wood. Let's see if I can't find something that's really... Oh yeah, here. Pretty nice, eh? Boy, my eyes getting really messed up here, I swear. Swear to goodness. But anyway, you couldn't get this again for that kind of money. Does have a split up there. I already mentioned that, right? They work quite nicely. Oh, here's something else. This, no, that's from the printing machine. It's okay. It's not bad. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Oh boy, I'm out of it again with all my medication, you know, arthritis medication, and then if it gets really bad, I take pain when I'm working, physically working hard, and then I gotta take a pain medication, and then that mixed with the anxiety medication so I can sleep. Does a number on me, but I take vitamins too. Vitamin D, vitamin E, 400 international units. Vitamin D, I take 50 micrograms. And I take ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba. Vitamin B12, vitamin C, take 1,000 milligrams of that, sometimes 2. Try to eat a little bit healthier because, oh, my wife was cooking tonight. She made some, I just ate before I started this video. Man, chicken cutlets. Oh, were they good. Really good with my favorite green asparagus and carrots that were baked carrot slices with cinnamon and what else you put in there? Maple syrup or natural maple flavored brown sugar. That's what it was. And they were very lightly though, not a lot of it, you know. They were good. Really good. And noodles. No, a healthy meal, I would say. Where am I now? I can't see. Oh, there it is. I'm already half hour in on this. Tales from the Crypt is the next one, and that's number 35. The infamous werewolf cover. Number 35, is it? Did I say 35? Yeah, from 1953. 53. The cover by Jack Davis. And the back, which is a little bit dirty, but not bad. Oh, look at that He-Man. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy! Here's the splash page. It's a little bit brown on the inside of the cover, so I have to be careful, but there's the splash page. By the fright of the silvery moon. Boy, these ECs were pretty good, but the Harvey comics, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of people, where sometimes the stories and artwork even surpass that of the EC books. Here, let's take a look at the letters page. Careful. What does that say? Busted Marriage. Let me see if I can, if there's an interesting letter here, I can show it. No. Just a lot of accolades. Story from the Vault of Horror. I'm a little bit slow today. I'm not, of course, the older you get, the slower you get. Get a little bit old, a little bit slow. Do I gotta redo this? I don't think so. I think this one's okay. Here's another Tales from the Crypt. This is a famous cover. Iconic. All these kids being chased in the graveyard. Number 39. I bought this in 2003. $2003 for $14. What's wrong with it? 2003, $14. I couldn't. Well, it's got some stuff. $14. 2003, 14 bucks. I wonder who I bought it from. Oh, that's got to be changed. Okay. Yep. See, it's got the micro chamber paper that I must have put in at a later date, and it smells. So that's got to be changed. Boy, really. Jack Davis cover, of course. Yeah, it needs a new backer board too, so I better change all that. It's weird because some of the books have an odor. Or the carbon buffered papers that I use, the micro chamber papers, they all developed this. Too bad you can't. Can you smell it? You smell that? Terrible. So, next one I got here, and I just pulled a bunch of these out, you know. I wasn't really even going to, I was going to show these actually on the Horror Mike show on Friday, but we never got to it. This wasn't enough time. Shock Suspense, number 13. Let's see if I can, let's see if I can get this out of here. A lot of these old EC comic books, man, they're very expensive even in the lowest grade. This I bought from, I recognize the writing in the back. That's got to be changed. I bought from the Comic Kingdom from Joe Zarno. Oh yeah, absolutely terrible. The book itself does not have that bad of an odor, so this stuff really does work. Let me show you the centerfold. It's really nice. It's got a Frank Frazetta story in here. Get rid of this damn stuff. It's got to be redone. Skin deep. Let me see if I can find that Frank Frazetta story. No, that doesn't look like Frank Frazetta. No. That's definitely not Frank Frazetta. Nice artwork, but I can't. Who did that artwork? Oh, here. Oh, it even has a, he even signed it. Squeeze Play. Now, practically all of these stories, if not all of them, have already been reprinted. in are collected in the volumes and volumes of published works of EC Comics. She's got kind of a skimpy bikini on right there. Oh, for crying out loud, man. Why do I have this damn problem with the focus? That's terrible, man, you know? So anyway, you see how that writing there? That was always, I recognize that as Joe Zarno's writing. So that's where I bought it from. I bought it from him at the Comic Kingdom. I pegged this at like a fine minus. There's no splits on the spine. Spine is good. Staples are good. Pages are off-white. Some of them off-white to white. Very nice. I wonder how much this will go for today, but that's got to be changed. Yeah, everything here has to be changed. You know, these are the bags I don't like, the Mylar bags, when they're this rough. They get really rough to put back the comic. It's rough to get the comic back in there. I mean, they're too stiff. They got this fold. I mean, if you can damage the book. That's why I stick to the Mylites too. I mean, how are you going to get the book in there? You got to pull it apart. And you got a top that automatically folds over onto itself like that. So trying to slide it in there, you can, because of its rigidness, you can actually tear the pages. So I don't even want to put that back in. I'll just put it on. I'll put the cover over it. I mean, I'll put the Mylar over the cover. Alrighty then, let me show you one more book. I got a big pile of stuff here, but I can't show everything. I mean, I got all these Haunt the Fear as well. I don't know, man. Here's a Haunt the Fear number 14. This isn't very good to find. This one I bought at Chicago Comics for 50 bucks. You're never going to find that again for $50. See? This is the Haunt the Fear number 14. I'm really trying to do my best to get the best possible focus in here. What a cool, gorgeous, gorgeously ghoulish cover. Oh, look at this, man. Look what they did to this guy. First they speared him over here. Now he's getting ready to be cannibalized. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. All right, let's take a look. See here. The Bolt of Horror. Take your pick. Yeah, just these books were just absolutely wonderful, wonderful books, you know. Oh. And no smell at all to that one. Nothing. But I should probably rebag and board all of these, you know. What am I doing? Just because they don't smell doesn't mean I shouldn't rebag and board them. Oh. This one, this werewolf one? I paid $20 for this. 1996. 1996, I paid $20. But where? I don't know. Anyway, I got more. But I think I'll wait till the next video and I'll show some more of the EC stuff. I got some Prime Suspense and none of the really, you know, fantastic ones, but they're still cool books. The crime suspense ones I'm talking about. Oh, well, there is this one. This is a famous cover by Johnny Craig. But I'm afraid you'll have to wait till the next video. What was that? What was that? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work on the other house. We got it listed. It's going on a listing now, and it's been wearing me out, and I get so much pain. I gotta take, a half of hydrocodone, and then of course the anti-anxiety, so I can sleep at night. I don't take it all the time, but sometimes it just everything gets to me and I can't sleep, then I have to take it. But I don't do it too often. So I got that, and plus the hydroxychloroquine for the arthritis. Yeah, Topo Chico. All natural. This is not the Topo Chico mineral water from Mexico. This is just regular triple filtered carbonated water, and they add tangerine and ginger to it, natural flavors. It's pretty good. And I've been told that ginger and cinnamon is all good for arthritis too, as well as orange spice tea. So anyway, what's this? Oh, here's a list of movies that I want to check out that I haven't seen for a while. Invasion of the Star Creatures. And the Invaders from Mars. I haven't seen that for a while. That was a great film. Invasion of the Saucermen from 1957. That I haven't seen that for a while. I want to see that one again. That's with Frank Gorshin, who played the Riddler on Batman. Just fantastic. Invasion of the Saucermen. If you haven't seen that, check it out, man. I remember when I saw that in the movie theater because they weren't playing it on TV, and it's an old film from 1957, and I saw it like in 1969 in a movie theater, and that was my first exposure to that film, and it was fantastic, man. Even though I knew it was an old film from the 50s, I loved it, and I was glad to have had the opportunity to see it on the big screen. Now, of course, you can buy everything that's on DVD, or it's digital, available through apps all over the internet, Wi-Fi and Roku and whatever else, And you can have a home theater if you have the money. Get yourself a 50-footer. I mean a 50-inch screen, but it's still the 50 inches. Well, that's almost the size what I have, because somebody gave me that TV. I think it is 50 inches. Diagonally, yeah, it's 50 inches. But unless you have the money to have your own, home theater with a big screen, I mean a huge screen, like at least, I don't know, 8 by, or maybe 7 feet by 10, 7 by 10 home screen, and that's kind of small. If you really had the money, you can have a huge home screen, and you have your own room and everything, or with the theater seats and all that, like the millionaires do, all the rich people. But it's still not the same thing as really seeing it in the huge silver screen in the theater. So I was, just happy to have had that experience. What's that? The Thing from Another World. Oh, I've seen it so many times. With James Arness, the original one from 1951. That's good. Very good. What else? Oh, then there's one called The Eye Creatures, which is that I seen a while ago. Super cheesy. I guess it's kind of fun, but I don't know. It's from 1967, and it's about these creatures that they blow up. They just blow up if you shine light on them or something. It's crazy. It was ridiculous, man. Something like that. Anyway, that was The Eye Creatures. Oh, yeah, that was a really super cheesy film from 19... It's interesting, I guess, I mean, how are you going to know a good movie if you don't know which ones are bad, If that makes any sense. The Day the Earth Stood Still. I got to watch that. I haven't seen that in a long time, man. That was one of the great classics of all time, The Day the Earth Stood Still from 1951. And, of course, The Blob. Steve McQueen, that propelled him to stardom, The Blob. Great song, Beware of the Blob. Anyway. Alright, fellas. And, ladies, gentlemen, and those, of course, of you who are in between. Thanks for watching, and, man, I hope I'm going to be feeling better next time so I can be more, enthusiastic and have more energy. I'm so slow. I feel like I'm in slow motion, man. Sidestepper. Oh, they're scaring me. Okay, well, let's see here. We got what we got going on this week that I want to mention to you on other channels. I think Horror Mike has got his show on Friday night. I think you can check his channel out Friday night, usually at 7 o'clock Central Time. He's got 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central Time on Friday nights. He's usually got his show going. And then I think this Wednesday it's going to be on Micah Graphic Man, the 4-color fossil. It's going to be with Jambo and Graphic Man. Graphic Man's gonna try out a new kind of format. I think he'll probably let everybody know about it, and it should be interesting to watch these guys. It's gonna be great. So Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, you got watch Graphic Man Comics, and on Friday you can at 7 o'clock Central Time you can watch Horror Mike. He has a lot of expertise in sleazy and exploitation films, and a lot of great recommendations. I'm telling you, some of those movies that he, from Tubi, they are absolutely hilarious, including what was that one? Brutal Massacre. I can't remember, man. But he's always got a lot of great recommendation, and he's very knowledgeable about all those weird exploitation films and grindhouse films, because he himself, makes movies and has directed and produced a number of films that are available for sale. So you should check him out on Friday nights. Anyway, we'll see you all next time. Hopefully it won't be too long in between. And till then, live long and be well. Wait a minute, man. Oh! I started recording again. Oh, well, it's a good thing. Actually, I might as well... I forgot to mention another great show you can watch this week. It'll be on Saturday mornings, Comic Book Memories with Rod and Shannon. Shannon calls himself the last bass player on Earth. Shannon solid fourth. ST Bend, Shannon. And what did he have? He was calling himself something else now too. Something to do with a cannon, I think. A cannon. Cannon Shannon. I don't. I don't know. I'm probably messing it all up. But also him and Rod, Dr. Silver Age. They got their Comic Book Memories on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock Central Time, and that will be 10 o'clock Eastern Time. So tune into that too. So you got 3 shows. You got Wednesday, Graphic Man at 7 Central Time. Then you got Horror Mike, 7 o'clock Friday night Central Time. And on Saturday morning, you have Comic Book Memories with Rod and Shannon at 9 o'clock Central Time. Okay, this time I really mean it. We'll see you all next time. Until then, live long and be well.